Hello friend, my name is Rupensh. In this video we will learn how to add or remove the chart box line and how to control our chart lines using this checkbox. Okay, so whenever I click on this chat, okay, then only this selected that selected checkbox rows should appear under this chart or this selected countries. Okay, if I remove, then this should also remove. So first of all, how can we apply this? So first of all, we can apply this using checkbox. We can say it this is the ActiveX control component, because you cannot, the ActiveX component you cannot change easily. You will have to go to the design mode. Okay, when now you can change this, because now you are in design mode. So first of all, we'll have to give the specific row number to this checkbox, so we can tell to the macro that whenever I click on this checkbox, then this row should be applicable in this particular chart. So for that, we'll have to double click on this, so we can get the code and manually apply the row number 0 20. Okay, so checkbox row number 20, and you can see here again I am double clicking here. So just copy paste, so you don't need to write again or type again. Now these all are done. Now we don't need the design mode, all the things are done. So whenever I click on this chat box, then macro should call to this chat and should change or reset the chart line data into the backend. So how we can do this? First of all, the checkbox is the boolean component, so it works on basis on true and false condition. So the value is always coming checkbox in form of true or false. Okay, so now we are in row number 10. So if box dot value is equal to true, then our macro should run, like I'm showing you demo. If I click this row number 20, then it will work, otherwise it will not work. You can see here. So this type. So now we have successfully applied this. Now what I am trying to say here, first of all we need to change this chat1 data, because the line is showing on the basis of this data table. So whatever we select or apply the rows inside this chart, it it will show you the output in the form of this line. Okay, now here click on OK. Now here I will, for this method will be applicable for all checkbox. So for that I am writing another new method called checkbox row detect, combine and detect, row detect and combine. Now I will simply call here. So whenever my condition true, I will call here one by one, go to here, and when I select this, first of all what I will do, I will simply select my shapes. What is this one? Chat one, right? You can see here, whenever you click on the table, this will show you the chat one. Okay, so now I am again clicking here active chart. So now this will be my active chart dot set source data source, sorry, this is the simply typing method. Okay, you will have to remember this thing. So the header will be the same. So what is my header? Yeah, you can see B19 to N19. Okay, in here, and here is the close bracket. Now whenever I click on this checkbox combine better, okay, that time we need now whenever whatever we select, only that rows should be visible. Okay, so first of all we'll have to tag that rows. So how will we tag that row? By putting some values there that we have checked, so we should write here yes. Okay, like that. So how can we do this? That's why I have put it here rows, so we can update any value. On basis of that value, the macro will detect all these things. So first of all, I am here writing just data. I have here not written 19, so I will write here range. Okay, now I don't know my column name. Sorry, I want to update in Q column, right? So I will write here Q column. And what is the Q column name? Q21. You can see here Q21 or something. So I will write here C dot row. Now close this. Dot value is equal to yes if selected. I will put here else goes to the no. Okay. So now this rows is applicable for all this data. Now see here, whenever I click here, oh, it shows me the error. What is the error? Range method range of the water file. Okay, what is the actual error? C rows dot value is equal to H Q21. Oh wait, this one. Okay, now run this. Now it will run again. Okay, oh sorry, we'll have to change here again. So now you can see here yes, no, yes, no. Okay, so now if it's yes, then I will go here and simply call that this function active chat dot b. Okay, so now I will have to set the range. Set range q, what you can say 22 27, right? So this is our row number 22 27. You can see here. So now whenever return the yes, we will take only that rows. For each cell in cell dot value is equal to yes, sorry, then now we need to the blank variable. Write anything blank variable. My data blank here. So I will add my data one by one. Cell dot value. Yeah, I am splitting the. So after that we can simply split here. Now I am showing you message box here, how it's look like. Now suppose if I clicked here, so y, yes, okay, but now we don't need the y because we are changing the rows, data rows row inside this table, so we need to add here row number. So how we can capture this? Just here we will write cell dot row. So now again run this 20, right? This is all part is done. Now I will have to split that. So how can I split that here? I will write then my splitted It actually basically uh, separate your data from whatever we have given here, because first of all we will merge all the rows, and after that we will separate it one by one, and will and convert into the specific range. So that is our funda behind this code. Message box my data, that's all. Now again I will use here for I L bound. So first position to last position, this like L bound means your first position of splitted loop, and this is our ultimate bound means last position of cell. Now I don't need this. Now how I can apply this here? Splitted data, yeah, I just simply write my final data is equal to my splitted data. I am adding here 1. Okay, so I will have to again apply my final data. This is my final data, right? So now our column number is fixed, it's starting from B position and ending from N position, right? So what we'll have to do here, just simply apply the range. So we'll have to create these types of range. Just wait, I'm showing you. We are trying to create these types of range. For that the column number is fixed, only row is changing, right? So we need that rows. So for that we can simply apply here. Okay, where were we? Here, right? My splitted data, right here. My final data range, what are range? B. B19 to like this one, B19 to N19. So again I am separating this because it is the requirement of Excel that you will have to separate your row with colon. B to N, right? And this is my final data. As it is same. So what will it show the output? Just see. B20 to N90, and again it's showing BN. Okay, so we don't need the BN. So how can I remove this? Okay, I will simply add here if my splitted data greater than 0, then it should be applied here. Now check again. Now again it's showing BN. Okay, so what we'll have to write here, my final data here. Check again. Now again it's going to BN. Okay, so for that we'll have to think something different. So what we can do in this situation, the splitted data is bn. So first of all we'll have to read one by one it. Okay, so I am just putting here, whenever we come here, yes. So now I am again running. Now I am running F12. Now you can see my data is 20. So this is basic because of separated of this. So I know how to solve this, but that's why I am again showing you. You can see my final data is this. So that's why it's showing these types of error. So don't worry, we can simply solve this. My data, my final data. Here I will just remove this one, and here I will just create -1. So it will not take after the pipeline data. It will take only that data which come under the pipeline, not outside the pipeline. Now let's see. Sorry, we'll have to remove this. Now it's showing properly. Now same thing applicable for all. So now I am just simply copy pasting this all. Now first of all we'll have to change here, apply this set data source. Okay, so now we have got all these things, chart and all. So set steps at one. I am writing here my chart. Save chart one. My chart dot select. So now whenever I click on this button, now you can see my chart is not selected, but whenever I click the button, then it show me the message and my chart is automatically selected. Again I am showing because this message was I think you didn't see properly. You can see my chart is selected. Okay, I am again showing you this one. Okay, so now I will simply apply active chart dot source data. Wait, actually I have already written here. No, I don't think so. Okay, source select range. Now my header ranges will be the same, B19 to N19, because we need the header, and on the basis of that we need additionally this and my data, my final type data, right? Accordingly I am adding this final chart data here. So I am writing directly here my final chart data B19 to N19, and suddenly I have written here. Sorry. Now check this whether it's working or not. Yeah, it's working, right? But when I don't select it is not removing. So what should I do? I have to simply apply this for no also. So it will again run and check. Now what error is showing here? Range objects or method is failed. Why it's failed? Just see my final data is blank. Okay, that's why it's showing the blank. but if I select here multiple times, like I am showing you, because my first condition is failing, that's why. If I create here yes, now that time it shouldn't remove. Active chart dot says data source equal to range v19 to my chart data. Okay, chart dot says data source equal to non range v range. Okay, so wait for the moment, I am thinking something different, because your final data is like this, so that's why it's showing the error. So we'll have to put the criteria B92 to N93. Okay, like this. Now let's run again. Okay, B93 to N93. So it is taking again one dot. Here you can see we don't need this, so what we'll have to do, we'll have to apply here just one criteria, and that one is if left, I think so. I should write right function is basically remove the right hand side string, is equal to this one. Then my final data should be like this. Mid is basically taking the string from the particular part. So this is my first criteria. As long start position is always 1 and end position will be the len. What is that? My final data minus 1. So now let's see, this is my final data. Oh, should write end if here. So as it is. Now let's run again. You can say now it's running properly, and if I remove this yes, now it's showing the problem again. My final data here. Yeah, because there is the no range, so that's why it's showing here. No chart here, so same thing will be applicable for this. So now I am repeating all this thing again because it is little bit confusing. So first of all, what we have did, first of all we have assigned here checkbox. If the we have selected yes box, then value will be the true of checkbox, because checkbox is working on the basis of boolean function. And range q2, after that it will update the specific condition. If it is yes, then it will apply the yes, and after that we will call our macro procedure this. So this will first of all select our chart, active chart, select this condition, all these things. So I think we don't need this. So first of all we will apply, first of all we will combine the all the rows where we have selected yes, yes, yes. So this is the process. This is our two blank variables, so we can store the value in it. So this is in this particular range, yes and no. We are now trying to collecting yes, the row where we have updated y means yes. Okay, so it is combining rows. Now you can see, now once we combine down, then we are splitting that row to get proper format. So for after so once we splitted that, after that we are giving the proper format like this. We are trying to give in this format, so we can apply into in our chart. Okay, so now we are combining one by one. Once it's selected, after that we got some error that sometimes it's show that comma, so we have removed by using right function and this mid function. Mid function is basically select all the text based on condition. You can google it, active chart set source data. So it is selecting on this range. After that it selected the particular dynamical range, and that's all. Now we can see here. One minute, actually we have removed something, so that's all. Actually we have removed something here. So now you can see our chart. Okay, now we are applying all these thing again. Just copy paste the same thing from this range to that one and only select checkbox. So your checkbox is here 3. It will be applicable for all the checkbox. So your checkbox is here 4, and here 5, here 6, here 7, here 8. So now we have successfully applied. Let's check this. So I should remove this first of all. I think in checkbox 21 we have not changed something. There is a 21, 21, 21. Yeah, that one. So that's why. Copy this code here and apply checkbox 1. Now you can see here. So if I remove this, or if I select anyone, okay, now the problem is that we need to apply this interior color here. Okay, for that how will we apply the interior color here? So we'll discuss in next video, because this video I think too long.